Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Mon now off of play action. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for Minnesota.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And they go play action here. Mon. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And running with power here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Play action. It's Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold,
and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. 20. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. In the NFL in 2020, only Derrick Henry had more yards after contact than Dalvin Cook, and runs like we just saw. That's why. Cook. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Mon. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jalen Johnson gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. 1st and goal from the 6. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Off the play fake, Mon. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Torrey McTyer. And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Here's Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st down, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Bond going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mon looks to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Cook now off the read option. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Evades him at the 10. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Cohen. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, a run with Cohen. And some room to work. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On first down, Cohen. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the 38, Fields. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Being chased out left. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off play action, Fields. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. The kick by Maher is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Torrey McTyer. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Maher now to add the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll throw now on the final play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Torrey McTyer. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a third down. To throw is Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Fields. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
To the air again, Fields. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action here. Mon. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Play action. It's Fields. And here he's got Graham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On play action, Fields. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Now he'll escape to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Tevin Jenkins, the 2nd-round pick, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Fields now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Graham. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. Able to slither by. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, Mon. He'll buy some time right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Graham. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Fields on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Everson Griffin, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Marr is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st down, here's Mon. He'll dump this off to Cook. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. And
that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Mon now off of play action. It's caught, Smith. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air, Mond. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Torrey McTyer. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, Are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll try the counter here. Cohen. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Mon. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. Sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. Forced out to his left. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Bears, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.